Alabama lawmakers made history today in passing a nearly complete ban on abortion. Alabama's governor signed the Alabama Human Life Protection Act into law this afternoon. Democrats tried to pass an amendment to exempt rape and incest victims, but that failed. Governor Ivey admits the new law may be unenforceable due to the Supreme Court's 1973 decision in the Roe v. Wade case, but she signed the law with the intent of challenging Roe v. Wade. Alabama, just one of about a dozen states that are trying to restrict abortion rights, including a recent bill passed in Utah. Opponents say these bills are unconstitutional and put women's lives at risk. So legal challenges are inevitable, but for some lawmakers, that's actually the plan. ABC4's Brittany Johnson live in the studio with details. Brittany.
Well, John, I sat down with Representative Cheryl Acton, who sponsored a Utah bill limiting legal abortions. She says Alabama's law is extreme, but does say the number of abortions needs to be reduced. I also spoke with Planned Parenthood. They say what Acton and other lawmakers are doing is unconstitutional. Alabama joins 4 other states this year that passed bills limiting abortion and 11 other states that introduced similar legislation this year.
I think it's an exciting time to be pro-life.
Utah lawmakers also passed a law this year limiting legal abortion. Representative Cheryl Acton's House Bill 136 prohibits abortion after 18 weeks with a few exceptions.
18 weeks is a very long period of time. It's longer than an NFL football season.
I don't see women's health through the vision of the NFL season. Each story a woman has for her decisions is her story.
Carrie Galloway is the CEO of Planned Parenthood Utah, which along with the ACLU filed a joint lawsuit challenging Acton's bill.
And when you're challenging a constitutional right, it is our duty as a women's health care, as a reproductive health care provider, to stand up for the needs of the women and their families. We had no choice but to contend.
Of course, I didn't really want the lawsuit, but if we're going to have the lawsuit, I would like it to, in some way, change the law so that the states could decide their own abortion laws as they could decide before 1973.
Alabama's lawmakers say their bill is specifically designed to go to the Supreme Court and challenge the law of the land, Roe v. Wade.
I do see it being overturned. I hope in the not too distant future, hopefully very soon, but not in totality.
Recent polling shows most Americans want Roe v. Wade to remain intact, and Galloway says overturning it would put more women at risk.
The people will speak up at some point. I don't know what will push them to speak up, but the people will speak up. Unfortunately, in the process, women will die.
Attorney General Sean Reyes says he will not enforce House Bill 136 until it is resolved in the courts. Now, there's so much more to this issue that we could not fit in this report tonight, but our senior political correspondent Glenn Mills is digging into the issue this Sunday morning at 8 o'clock on Inside Utah Politics.